Just how much can one mind take? Well, we're about to find out in Jagged Mind, which is coming to Hulu on June 15th. Hey everyone, this is David Stark from Watcher Pass, and I'm here to talk to you about Jagged Mind, which is coming to Hulu on June 15th, 2023. It is a female-led horror thriller that has kind of a trippy premise, a Groundhog Day-like feel to it, but a lot more sinister and a lot more death involved. So my hot take is, look, I think you should rent it. I liked the style, I liked the cast, I really love the slow build-up, but the film overall is pretty confusing. It comes together in the end, but it just takes a long time to get there, and before that, you are just kind of like left wondering what's going on, what will happen next. It's not super engaging. It is decent. It is enjoyable. It is definitely something you just want to throw on Hulu and stream, but I don't think you need to like run out and see it immediately. But if you got a free night, get a glass of wine, it'll be an enjoyable experience. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about the film, a few things I liked, a few things I didn't like, and go into the ending. So as you can imagine, there will be spoilers in the ending section. If you don't want to know what happens in this movie, I would turn it off when I get to the ending section, but don't worry, before that, I'll be vague. I'll let you know when I get into those spoilers. So Jagged Mind follows the main character, Billie, who is kind of this like art salesperson. Like she helps kind of run a gallery, she finds new talent, she showcases their work, and she helps to sell their art. But she's also been plagued by blackouts. Now she has a family history of, I think, dementia, and so she is worried that this is what is kind of going on now. She's on like the early stages of it, but they are unexplainable. It doesn't seem to have like a medical explanation. She just seems to kind of forget things regularly, and also she has a lot of deja vu. And as her new relationship with her new girlfriend Alex develops, these blackouts become worse and worse, and they start to become a little more sinister. So the things I liked about this movie. So the first thing I liked is I like the style. It has kind of like a dark, mysterious style that helps to keep the intrigue up and really fits with the kind of horror thriller theme of it. I'd say it's more of a thriller than a horror movie, but there are definitely horror elements and there are definitely scenes that would qualify kind of as horror. And so, I like the way the style contributes to that overall feel. The second thing I loved is the cast. I really like the two main characters. The two main characters are Billie and Alex. I like their interaction. I like the way that they kind of like discover each other and how their relationship grows, and then some of the mysterious aspects that happen as their relationship develops. And I also really love that this is a horror thriller with a predominantly female cast. I think pretty much all the main characters are female. There is like one male character who doesn't have a major role. So I love that this is kind of like a female directed, a female led horror film. I like that. I love that perspective. I love these characters. I love how these characters are kind of like not your traditional ones that you would expect in a horror movie. And the third thing I liked the slow buildup. It is a pretty mysterious movie. You don't get a ton of information and you get little hints here and there throughout. So you don't really know what's going on. You kind of are left guessing what's going on as the film progresses. So that being said, I gave it a rental. Things I didn't love as much. The first, look, I liked that it had a slow buildup, but it was a fairly confusing buildup. The main kind of like thread takes a very long time to get to. You kind of have hints here and there, but a lot of it you're kind of guessing. You're not sure what's going on. You're not sure what is happening. And during this time, there really isn't enough kind of holding you to the story to really make you want to sink in. Look, like I was watching it and I appreciated how it was drip feeding you information, but it also felt like it was holding a lot back and kind of, purposely leaving the viewer in the dark so that you wouldn't really get the full picture until much later. The second thing I didn't love is the, I don't know, the turn, the explanation, whatever you want to call it. It's not super satisfying. It is okay. That fits with the overall premise, but that being said, it feels like the turn is there to give you an explanation for everything that's happening, but it feels, I don't know, over dramatic and not super satisfying when you finally find out what is going on. And the last thing I didn't love as much, this might be the biggest factor in this, is it's not very scary. Like this is a horror thriller that is not sinister or scary. You never really felt that concerned with the characters or with their predicament. I mean, there are definitely stakes at play here, but overall, I just did not feel that scared while watching a horror thriller, which is never a good sign for a horror thriller. So that being said, Jagged Mind is coming to Hulu and Disney Plus on June 15th, 2023. So look, you can check it out when it comes there. It's streaming, so you can just pick a night when you got nothing else going on, pour a glass of wine, check out this film. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you liked it. I'm going to go into the ending because, like I said, I didn't really love the turn. It didn't really feel that satisfying. So I'm going to explain a little bit more about that. If you don't want to know what happens in this film, I would turn it off now. Just know that the film comes to Hulu and Disney Plus on June 15th, 2023. After this, there will be spoilers. So, like I said, the film kind of centers around Billie and Alex's growing relationship. They meet at a bar randomly before Billie goes to an art show that she's putting on for this prominent artist named Rose Porter and some other local artists. Now, while Billie's at this bar beforehand, Alex buys her a glass of wine and they talk, they hit it off, and they seem to be doing pretty well. Then Billie goes to this art show, but she's still intrigued with Alex. They seem to kind of like continue meeting, continue kind of having drinks, and it seems like occasionally they do the same thing. You get this like weird flashback sense as this is happening. Some of the scenes play out twice, some of the scenes play out slightly differently with a little bit different results here and there. And during the overall film, you sometimes get a view of like other things that have happened, like more sinister versions of what is going on. So like if they have a nice dinner and everything goes perfectly, like Billie will sometimes get a vision of like, oh, something went wrong and Alex snapped at the waiter. Or if they're like out with some friends, Billie will get a vision of like another version of this where Alex like maybe yelled at one of their friends. Things like that. Also, Billie has some fairly sinister visions that are happening where she occasionally will like see like dark things happening. Like sometimes she'll be getting drowned or sometimes she'll be getting stabbed, things like that. All of this is kind of going swirling around in Billie's mind as their relationship grows and as things seem to kind of repeat. Like I said, the Billie and Alex meeting situation happens twice. Once at the start, and then after Billie blacks out once, it happens again with a slightly different result. So you get into like this Groundhog Day situation, this like situation where you don't really know what's going on. So, and as Billie and Alex's relationship grows, you also see that Alex is a little bit controlling. Like she intentionally sabotages Billie's relationships with other people, with her friends, to try to isolate her. She, sabotages her friendship with her best friend, Kim, by saying some things that aren't true, but that kind of like cause them to be angry at each other. Also, this person that Billie had a relationship with before, named Christine, is kind of like disappears from the picture for some reason. So you get the sense that Billie and Alex are progressing their relationship, but it is becoming more and more kind of intertwined and necessary for them to be together. So eventually, Billie wakes up one day with a postcard from that artist that she threw a show for, Rose Porter. It is her self-portrait, and it's this beautiful self-portrait of this like Haitian woman like staring at the camera and crying. It's black and white. It is a very striking picture, and on the back of that is written "Remember." And Billie is intrigued by this because she is constantly forgetting things. Maybe this is some sign of like her memory. So eventually she looks for Rose Porter, and she also looks for Rose Porter and Alex, her girlfriend. And she sees pictures of them together. It seems like they were closer than Alex ever really brought up. Alex doesn't really kind of say that she knew Rose Porter, but now Billie is seeing on the internet these pictures of Alex and Rose Porter together. So Billie also hasn't heard from Rose Porter in a while, so she decides to go to the studio and maybe get some more information. When she gets there, it is very sinister. I think the shower is running. It's very quiet. She goes up there and sees that Rose Porter like has committed suicide. Like she slit her wrist. She's dead in the bathroom. Billie's freaked out by this, as you would be. But then she like goes and searches through the apartment for stuff, which does not seem like a good idea. Billie needs to listen to more true crime because she's getting her DNA all over. Like we just had an artist that she is familiar with die, and now she's putting her fingerprints on everything. But while Billie is like searching through the apartment, she finds this box that has this symbol carved on that she's had a vision of before. She gets these like visions occasionally, and this symbol that she's seen is on this box. So she decides to take this box. Again, not a good idea when someone has been killed. You don't take something from their apartment because that'll probably make you a suspect. But she takes the box anyways, goes back to her apartment and looks in this box, and inside she sees some sinister looking pictures. Like I said, Christine, one of her ex-lovers and coworkers, had disappeared recently. You don't know what's going on. In the box are pictures of Christine being followed by Alex. You don't know who took the pictures, but you do see that Alex seems to be following Christine. It looks pretty sinister. While she's looking in this box, Alex comes home. So she quickly hides it, talks to Alex, mentions something about how she went to see Rose Porter and Rose Porter had died. And they're talking, and Alex slips in there that she doesn't know why she would slit her wrist. And Billie's like, I didn't tell you that. And she's like, oh, no, of course you did. Like, you told me earlier. And Billie's like, no, I didn't. This freaks Billie out, as it would. And so she pulls a knife on Alex and says, get out, which Alex does. But Alex doesn't seem very concerned about this. She seems to kind of be very nonchalant. So it feels like Alex is overly confident. She says something like, I'll see you soon. Things like that. Not threatening, but more like, I know something that you don't know. So when Billie explores the box more, there's a book with some information about a necklace that Alex wears all the time. It's this like stone necklace that she wears often. And there's a USB stick with a video. Billie puts the USB stick in her computer. Again, not a good idea. If you don't know what's on the USB stick, don't put it in your computer. It could be a virus. But Billie does it anyways. Loads up this video, and it's a video of Rose talking to Billie about what is happening. And Rose explains to her that Alex is using this necklace to go back in time and like erase Billie's memory. So she uses Billie's blood, which she gets occasionally. Billie gets cuts occasionally. She doesn't really know what they're from. Seems like Alex is using the blood to go back in time, fix things that happen. So she'll give the relationship a try. If something messes up, she'll go back in time to refix it. And it appears that she's been doing this a lot for a very long time. And Rose, in the video, tells Billie that she has to kind of put a stop to this because Billie's mind can't take much more of this. Every time they go back in time, it is taxing on Billie, and eventually her mind is going to snap, as she feels like it has been because she is constantly forgetting things. The video also explains that this special like wooden box, anything that she puts in there is immune from the time skip properties. So if she puts a note in there, goes back in time, that note will still be there. So she can write herself information, kind of like Memento a little bit, and that will then allow her to remember things that she would have normally forgotten. The video ends with Rose telling Alex that she's got to stop this, and she has to get that crystal from Alex and give it to Papaji, this like Haitian, I think like spiritualist person that made the box and also will be able to handle the stone. Rose cautions Billie not to use the stone because she can't like fully comprehend its power. It's too dangerous to have in one person's hands. So Billie writes some information in the book before her memory gets erased again. And now Alex takes Billie to the beach for like a romantic outing. And while Billie is there, Billie asks Alex for some wine. And Alex, initially balks, but then she decides to go get it. When she leaves, Billie grabs the crystal, and when she touches the crystal, like she gets all these memories back, all these things that have happened. She's been killed many times. There have been many bad memories. It seems like her and Alex have had a tumultuous, multiple attempts at the relationship. And this causes Billie to be a little dazed. But now that Billie has the necklace, she knows what she has to do. When Alex comes back with the wine, Alex sees her with the necklace and she's like, you did it again. So clearly Billie has done this before. She's figured out this in the past. And they get to explain. And Alex says that she killed Christine because Billie cheated on Alex with Christine before, so she wanted to get her out of the picture. And Billie asks, like, why is she doing all this? And Alex says, because they're meant to be together. In Alex's mind, they are destined to be together, and she's going to keep doing this until they get it right. Alex also says she's really close. She's really close to kind of having the perfect loop to get their relationship to be perfect, and she is going to keep trying. She says all those horrible things that she's done before were to kind of like make this perfect, and this time it's going to be perfect, that Billie just has to trust her. Billie, at this point, is probably done with it. She's seen all the times that she's been killed. She's seen all the terrible things that have happened. And so she pretends to give Alex a necklace. She does give Alex a necklace, but she keeps this little hidden blade that's in the necklace to draw blood. She uses that to stab Alex. Alex is none too happy about this, so she beams Billie, and Billie takes a broken bottle of wine and stabs Alex. She then uses Alex's blood on the amulet, rewinds time to back before when Alex met Rose. That's when Rose told her to rewind time to, just so they can like fully get back to before any of this happened and restart the timeline. And then Billie is supposed to give the amulet to Papaji. So now we're back in time. Now we're back at the start. Billie gives the box to Papaji, who seems to kind of like understand what's going on. He opens the box though, and there's no crystal in it. So I guess Billie's keeping the crystal to have this power. Hopefully she can wield it. We'll see. We also see that fateful meeting between Billie and Alex at a bar. It's happened a few times. This time, Alex gives her a glass of wine, and Billie rejects it. She doesn't meet up with Alex that night. She ends up going to her event where she sees Christine, but now she's going to keep it like formal. She knows that Christine's bad for her. They've had a tumultuous past. Also, Billie, I think, is going to finally like try to be independent for once. And so when she's with Christine, she says like, no, like we're over. Now Billie, I think, is going to live her life independently. And we also see the self-portrait of Rose Porter. Now, the previous version from the start of the movie was like black and white with Rose Porter crying. Now, this version is beautiful. It's in color, it's vibrant, and it shows Rose Porter smiling. So presumably what Billie did to fix the past has fixed everything, and Rose Porter is no longer a sad self-portrait. She is a happy self-portrait. So all is well that ends well. I guess Alex will terrorize someone else. Maybe she'll finally find someone that's actually right for her. We don't know, but that is Jagged Mind. It comes to Hulu and Disney Plus on June 15th, 2023. like I said, it was a good movie. I think you should check it out eventually. I just didn't love the turn. I didn't love the magic amulet aspect. And it felt like a lot for Alex to do this to Billie. Like, it didn't seem perfect. I guess maybe love is weird, but it felt like a lots to put on a single relationship and a lot of extremes to go to fix this one. It doesn't seem to be really that great overall. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. And thanks so much for watching. If you liked this review, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot. Make sure all my new content goes straight to you. Thank you.